Hello and welcome to our channel, where we teach English through powerful and emotional stories. Today, we are starting a very special story, the real-life journey of Queen Elizabeth II, one of the most famous and respected women in the world. In this story, you will learn about her life, her struggles, her love, her royal duties, her family, her power, her heart, and everything in between. We will explain it all in easy, simple English so that you can enjoy the story and also improve your English. This story is perfect for beginners, so don't worry if your English is not strong yet. Just relax and enjoy. So stay with us, listen carefully, and if you love learning English through stories, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more beautiful stories like this. Now, let's begin. Part 1. The Beginning of a Queen. The Early Life of Elizabeth. The Story of Queen Elizabeth. 2 begins before she was a queen. Before the crown, before the palaces, before the power. She was just a little girl named Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor. She was born on April 21st, 1926, in a lovely house in London, the capital of England. She was not born in a palace, not in a royal castle. She was born at her grandfather's house at 17 Bruton Street in Mayfair, London. Her father was Prince Albert, and her mother was Lady Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon. When Elizabeth was born, no one thought she would become queen. Her father was not a king, and she was not expected to sit on the throne. Her family called her Lilibet, a sweet nickname because little Elizabeth had trouble saying her full name as a baby. As a child, Elizabeth was quiet, polite, and always serious. She had beautiful blue eyes, golden hair, and a face full of curiosity. She loved horses, dogs, and books. She was very close to her younger sister, Princess Margaret, who was born in 1930, 4 years after Elizabeth. The two girls spent their days playing together in the garden, dancing, singing, and listening to fairy tales. Their parents raised them with love and discipline. They were part of the royal family, but still, they lived a simple and private life. Not like the kings and queens in the movies. Elizabeth's father, Prince Albert, later became King George VI, but that happened in a very unexpected way. In 1936, something happened that changed Elizabeth's life forever. Her uncle, King Edward VIII, decided to leave the throne. He wanted to marry a woman named Wallis Simpson, who was divorced. The royal rules said he could not marry her and remain king. So he gave up the crown. Elizabeth's father, Prince Albert, became the next king. He was given a new name, King George VI. That meant Elizabeth was now the next in line to be queen. She was just 10 years old, but suddenly she became the future queen of the United Kingdom. The life of games, dolls, and bedtime stories was over. A new life of training, duty, and royal lessons had begun. Elizabeth did not go to a regular school like other children. Instead, she studied at home. She was taught by private teachers who helped her learn history, law, French, literature, and the British Constitution. She was also trained in public speaking, manners, and how to speak with leaders and handle royal duties. Her mother also taught her how to behave like a true lady, with grace and strength. From a young age, Elizabeth was very serious, calm, and wise beyond her years. Her teachers were shocked by how focused and disciplined she was. She always listened carefully and worked hard. She also loved animals, especially horses and corgi dogs. She got her first pony at the age of 4, and she would ride horses every chance she got. When World War II started in 1939, Elizabeth was just 13 years old. It was a scary time. The skies were dark, bombs were falling, and families were afraid. Many children were sent away from London to stay safe. Even Elizabeth and Margaret were moved to Windsor Castle. Even though she was just a teenager, Elizabeth wanted to help. She made her first public radio broadcast in 1940 when she spoke to the children of Britain and said, "When peace comes, remember it will be for us, the children of today, to make the world of tomorrow a better and happier place." Her voice was soft, but her words were strong. She began learning about leadership, responsibility, and courage. In 1945, Elizabeth joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service, ATS, a women's branch of the British Army. She trained as a mechanic and truck driver. Yes, the future queen could fix engines and drive military vehicles. She wore a uniform, worked hard, and wanted to be just like any other woman helping in the war. This made her the first female royal family member to serve in the military. The public loved her even more. She was not just a princess in a castle. She was a young woman of action, discipline, and heart. During this time, another beautiful thing was growing in her life: love. Part 2. Love, Marriage, and Becoming the Queen. Elizabeth met Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark for the first time in 1934 at a family wedding. She was just 8 years old, and Philip was 13. At that time, no one thought much about it. But 5 years later, in 1939, something special happened. Elizabeth was 13 and Philip was 18. He was tall, strong, full of confidence, with blue eyes and a cheeky smile. He was a naval cadet, training to serve in the British Royal Navy. Elizabeth and her parents visited the Royal Naval College in Dartmouth, and Philip was asked to show her around. They spent some time together, and something inside Elizabeth changed that day. From that moment, she fell in love with him. She returned home and started writing letters to Philip. He replied. Their friendship grew slowly. Elizabeth's heart began to dream of a future with him. Even during the Second World War, they continued to write letters. Philip was fighting in the Navy, while Elizabeth was learning to be a royal leader. But in their hearts, a quiet love was growing. Now this love story was not simple. Philip was born into a royal family, but his life was not easy. He was born on June 10, 1921, on a kitchen table in Greece. His family was royal but poor and exiled. They had to leave Greece when he was a baby. Philip's mother was Princess Alice, and his father was Prince Andrew of Greece. But their family had many problems. His mother became mentally unwell and was sent to a hospital. His father left the family and lived in France. Philip moved from country to country, living in Germany, France, and Britain, often without his parents. He was raised by relatives, sent to different schools, and lived a lonely childhood. When he joined the British Navy, he finally found a place to belong. But even then, he had no money, no stable home, and no strong royal position. So when Elizabeth told her family she wanted to marry him, many royal advisors said no. He is not royal enough. He has no money. He is too rough and loud. He is not British enough. But Elizabeth was calm and firm. She knew what she wanted. She told her father, King George VI, that she loved Philip and would not change her mind.